Good evening. They'll be rocking and rolling in Jackson a week from Saturday.
They'll be doing it to the beat of a different drum, heavy metal music. The rock show Michigan Deathfest 1 is being staged at the Jackson Optimist Sports Arena. It was originally supposed to happen in Detroit, and the switch has some people in Jackson concerned the groups promote satanic worship. More on the developing controversy from Jay Cooney.
What can city commissioners do when a Deathfest comes to town? Not much, it seems. Despite receiving some calls from people calling the festival a devil-worshipping event, commissioners say the promoters have done everything by the book. That doesn't mean they have to like it.
I'm totally against it.
The concert, featuring 7 bands from as far away as Florida and Maryland, will take place here a week from Saturday. Ironically, that day has been set aside by commissioners as Jackson for Jesus Day, which has some ministers up in arms.
Watch reports, all of us on television, read about in the newspapers how the testimonies of kids themselves left behind in writing, attributing their suicide or the mass murders that they've committed to listening to this music and going to these type of concerts.
Bozung and 8 other ministers plan to attend the concert to counsel kids on what he says are satanic messages embedded in the music. The names of the bands participating in Michigan Deathfest 1 are interesting, to say the least. Sacrifice, Fatal, Morbid Angel, and Lucifer's Hammer are just some of the bands that will be in town August the 11th. But teenagers argue that the names are just gimmicks to get them to buy records and go to concerts. What about people that say that it's satanic, it's devil-worshipping music?
They just don't understand the music, that's all.
It's better than the slow music, because slow music to me is like depressing, and I don't like getting depressed or any of that, and I just think it's pretty cool.
So far, 1,000 tickets have been snapped up, 2,000 still remain. With both sides preparing for the event, the drums beat on. Jay Cooney, TV 10 Action News, Jackson.
Metal Rock Festival in Jackson. Is it hype or satanic?
Next week's heavy metal band concert, Deathfest 1. Some residents claim the show is nothing more than heavy metal bands getting together to sing about Satanism. Band members, however, say it's one big gimmick to sell tickets and records. More from Suzanne Wangler.
Live in monstrosity, free for life they'll always be. Never knowing love or hate, only pain the drug creates.
It's called death metal. It's louder and faster than heavy metal, and it has a message.
It's nothing satanic at all. You know, we really don't go for that. We just sing about scary things, you know, things that have gone in the past.
Todd Cushman is the lead singer of a local band called Lucifer's Hammer, one of the bands that's set to appear in Deathfest 1. His mother is the promoter of the concert, but she calls death metal a gimmick to sell tickets.
All it is loud, heavy metal. That's all it is. Very fast, loud music.
With band names like Sacrifice, Fatal, Deceased, and Morbid Angel, why would anyone want them to come to town?
Once they came out with the flyer on the concert, naming the concert, I guess I was a little disappointed, I guess.
Well, this reverend was also disappointed because the day of the concert has also been proclaimed Jesus for Jackson Day, and now we'll have to spread 2 messages.
We will be gathering together over there with the churches. After we talk to the kids, we will have prayer, and we will be singing our own songs.
Well, there is no message, really. It's just music.
Well, despite all of the controversy surrounding Deathfest 1, managers of the sports arena say it's one of the biggest concerts they've had in the past 5 years. But no matter what the turnout is, they said they have no plans of hosting a Deathfest 2. In Jackson, Suzanne Wangler, TV 10 Action News.
TV 10 Action News.
Good evening. The statistics are staggering. Every day, 64 people. Devil worship. That's the debate raging in Jackson in advance of next week's heavy metal band concert, Deathfest 1. Organizers say the bands promote Satanism through their music. Evidence group names like Fatal, Sacrifice, Deceased, and Morbid Angel. At least one local minister has come out in opposition to the concert.
We'll be gathering together over there with the churches. After we talk to the kids, we will have prayer, and we will be singing our own songs.
The member of one of the local bands playing in the show says this isn't about devil worship, but about selling tickets and records. And while the show should give the city a boost in tourism, the business community is not rallying in support of that event, as we hear tonight from Chris Alexander.
The city of Jackson has suffered a depressed economy since the early 80s, but it is picking up. Annual fairs and festivals are gaining recognition, and tourists from neighboring states are taking part. For more than a month, a small segment of music enthusiasts have been gearing up for Deathfest, a heavy metal rock concert rolling into Jackson's Optimus Sports Arena this Saturday. The concert is expected to sell out, and many of the 1,800 fans are coming from out of town.
A lot of the hotels are booked up for the weekend, and the fair's going to get a good business from the kids coming from out of town. We're all going to the fair. The arena's going to make a lot of money, not to mention the gas stations and the little eateries around.
Despite the increase in business, many Jackson residents are up to the Deathfest idea.
The concerns are that young people in this community and elsewhere who are coming to Jackson, Michigan for something that is perceived to be like devil worship or a cult kind of thing. And that isn't anything that anyone in this community would want to encourage.
Organizers of the event have received threats, shop owners selling tickets, irate phone calls.
Kids are really getting a bum rap. This music has been around for a long time. It's not like it just popped out of the blue.
We've only tried to help the citizens of the community understand what's occurred, what's going on. That's the best you can do in the situation that we've been given.
Jackson police say they'll treat the concert just like any other. Chris Alexander, TV 10 Action News, Jackson.
They say all music has some meaning, but the heavy metal music set to play on the Deathfest stage doesn't mean devil worshippers are hitting Jackson.
They shouldn't be taken seriously. Like if it said to go out and kill somebody, you know, they wouldn't want people to actually go out and do it.
It's all just, like I said, a hypothetical horror story. It's no more than like sitting around a campfire and telling ghost stories.
Sheila Smoot, TV 10 Action News, Jackson.
Well, if you plan on going to the city of Lansing but despite the controversy surrounding the Deathfest 1 concert coming to Jackson next week, it looks like the show will go as scheduled. For the past week, church leaders in Jackson have been gearing up to spread their message at the concert next Saturday. They say the 8 groups that are coming to town, they're going to promote Satanism through their music, and they want to be at that concert to spread their message as well.
And the youth are living in turbulent times. Why should we add to the difficulty? So we want to talk to them.
It's all just, like I said, a hypothetical horror story. It's no more than like sitting around a campfire and telling ghost stories.
Well, so far, close to 2,000 tickets have been sold for that concert. Some of the headliners have names like Morbid Angel, Lucifer's Hammer, and Sacrifice. Ticket holders say the names are all just a gimmick, and the songs they sing are just make-believe horror stories.